give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV, and tonight it's the North-South Racing League, and we are happy to have these guys on board with RC2 Promotions. These guys are promoting this league and doing a great job, and I'm Dean Doucette, Baron Labosco in the booth with me, along with Tom Lester. The North-South Racing League is our first time here. Of course, SDK is down and our apps are down, but Baron, that's par for the course. We can roll with anything, can't we?
Nothing like starting opening night on hard mode here, Dean. SDK being down to our viewership who haven't yet been with us here on Wind Tunnel TV. Generally what we have is a running ticker time. We can tell you what pit stops have been had, how long it took, fastest laps, and all that nonsense is out the window tonight, Dean. We're doing this the old-fashioned way, raking out the paper and the pencil.
Yes, sir, we are, and that's okay. You give us an old-school feel for some old-school racing. Tom, we've got a big field here tonight, and we're going to have 26 guys qualify their way in, and then we'll have a last chance qualifier. It's going to be a big field for these late models. It could get dangerous out there as well.
Most definitely, buddy. You want to keep your eyes open tonight. Focus on other people more than you do yourself tonight.
Absolutely. Focus in on all these guys. A lot of new names out here tonight. You know, Chris Stump on top of the board, Philip Martin out here, Dula, Klein, Hoffler, Gordon. I mean, all these guys, we're going to have to learn as we go. There's one name we see down the board a little bit. Brian Cole out there is familiar with us. Of course, we know John Mankowski as well. Baron, what do you think about all these new names out here in this big field?
Well, I love it. It's not a new league. They've been around for a while now.
But
new to us at Wind Tunnel TV. Huh?
New to us, I mean.
Yeah, new to Wind Tunnel TV. Yep. And we've got some champions out there. We got the likes of Dustin Shepard out there. He's a champion. We got Dante, and if I butcher up his last name, Curtis. He's a four-time champion. So we've got some guys in here. Ryan Johnson, three-time champion. So we've got some guys in here that have some speed, love being a part of this late model racing. USA is a great place to showcase some of their talents tonight, and we're just happy to be with them.
Absolutely, we are happy to be out here. I can't wait for this thing to get going here. Twin races, twin 60 lap races. We're going to invert the field. At least the lead lap cars will be inverted, and we're going to a second server for that as well, Baron. It's going to be an interesting format, as well as after the last chance qualifier, we'll have the top 8 guys draw for starting order. How do you feel about all that?
Well, you know, I feel like it's going to keep us on our toes. Like we're going to have to pull a rabbit out of our hat. SDK being down means we're going to rely on iRacing's accuracy for timing and whatnot, but we'll get it figured out here, Dean. USA is a great track, multi-groove track for some of these guys. I've noticed that they're running a VRS set tonight, so some of these guys are actually used to building sets. So we're going to see some guys loose, and we're going to see some guys not so loose, and I think we're going to see some management of their setups tonight. Long runs, short runs, we're going to see some comers and goers.
Definitely going to see some comers and goers, and it's going to be super interesting. Right now, let's take a short commercial break, and we're going to try old SDK one more time. Hopefully they're back up and running, folks.
Keep your fingers crossed.
North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole from Dawsonville, Georgia, in the number 9 Coors Ford qualifying and Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison.
welcome back here to USA International, where qualifying is underway. It looks like the 2-car out here right now turning some laps. That's Dan Janjanin. And don't say that twice, Baron.
No, we're going to do the best we can with it anyways. Janet, I've seen him out on the track before. Raced with him once upon a time in the bigger cars. So good to see Dan out here turning some laps with these boys.
Yeah, sharp looking paint job like that. Austin Designs. A little touch of the wall. That'll be a problem, I think. Try and see if we can get a couple other guys out on the track here. And they might be going one at a time, Baron.
Well, that could be. No other way to qualify short track, but you go short track qualifying. So it doesn't appear that they're doing heats, is what you're saying, right?
There'll be no heats here this evening. Qualifying to get your top 26 in, and then the rest will go to a last chance qualifier. Tom, there's the local tracks around here run these last chance qualifiers all the time, and just talk a little bit about how difficult that can be and the pressure that's involved there.
Oh, most definitely. A lot of pressure, Dean, especially starting in the back. And such a great amount of people, drivers out here tonight. It's going to be tough to get your way back to the front if you do get back in the back.
Yeah, it looks like most of the guys have took a qualifying lap already, as G. Fortin up top there with his time at 21.665. Brian Hacker right there tied with them. So interesting to see these guys running the same exact time, but G. Fortin there is on top. Dustin Shepard currently in third position. When we look at this track a little bit, Baron, when we talk about it, USA International. Now, we talking single groove, multi-groove, maybe the groove comes in later. What do we got here tonight?
Two different ways of school to think about this one, Dean. The turns are just wide enough that you can form a high groove. Now, what we've learned over time is with these late models, these things love throttle. So I think we're going to find the low line is the fast way around this track. You're going to see some guys really fight to keep it on the bottom there. But this track, with other platforms, do a very good job with multi-groove racing. So we might see some guys test it, and we'll see if that high groove comes in. But nice to see a Canadian on the pole tonight for you, Dean. That's a shout out to my Canadian friend up there.
Yes, like the Canadian, but the first name so complex, even this Canadian can't say it. So where he would go with G with that one for Fortin, and we apologize for that, of course, G, but heck of a job grabbing the pole. So we look back here for this race, and it'll be Scott Austin out front, followed by Gabe Killen. Actually, Gabe will be number 1 on the scene here. So Gabe starts on the pole. Jeff Mathis, Jonathan Cross, Joe Wikowski, Matt Cook, Robbie Clavey, Matt Keller, Justin Moore, Dan Jananen, Travis Hoffler, John Minkowski, Clayton Smith, and a bunch of others. And my goodness, this is a big field out here, Tom.
Yes, a lot of fields getting into the secondary. I mean, it's going to be a lot of cars here tonight. Probably a lot of cars tonight, Dean.
So we got all these cars out here fighting for 4 spots. So 15 laps to get her done. Baron, what are you expecting from this? We're going to have caution laps here as well.
Well, good to know. However, I think those cats that are in the first 5 starting spots are the ones you're going to have to look at for those transfer spots. Everybody else is going to be looking to boot them off their spot. So be aware. I'm often not a fan of these qualifier heat races because guys will do some things just to get themselves in there. But we'll see how these guys react tonight to see if patience is a virtue.
Gabe gonna lead him down as the pace truck comes off the 83, heading down to take the green flag.
Yeah, green flag side-by-side racing now. Real good start from the front row, really nice and even. We'll see if this high line has any grip on it. We'll see if the 6 car can make it happen.
Oh, and we got trouble already towards the back there. Not sure who that was. Someone
they're
had
still under
spun
green.
towards the back there.
Yep, and they're still under green, so they're going to run it.
So up front, Killam and Mathis, Cross in third, Matt Cook fourth.
Yeah, nice start. 83's out to a big lead already. So we'll see if he's in full go mode here.
This guy's all doing an excellent job here, clicking off some laps. 3 laps in, no caution. I like what I'm seeing so far from these guys.
Yeah, a little bit of talent out here tonight, Dean. How about that?
Yes, sir. So the all-important transfer spot, I believe, Wachowski here, the number 24, currently in that spot.
Yep, and he's seeing some pressure there from the 10 machine. The 10 is already up. What do you see? 2 spots from his start, so he's making a move.
Yeah, Jonathan Cross definitely on the move here. And he's looking for one more spot. He's going to need it.
Tim's not on my list. All right. Jonathan Cross it is.
Looking on Moore here. Moore currently in 5th and 6th. So the top 6 kind of separating themselves. Battle back for 7th position right now. That's going to be Keller and Jananen. Janjanen.
Janjanen and Keeler. Yep, well, that is on my list. Nice green flag run to this, though, Dean. I'm very impressed these guys giving and taking a little bit together. Taking care of each other on the track. It's nice racing.
Yeah, very good racing, and they're doing an excellent job. Cars look fantastic as well. Unfortunately, in the booth, we're missing our app, SDK down, so we're struggling a little bit, but we're trying to put on the best show we can, just like they are out here on the track.
Yeah, great runs by these guys, looking pretty good right now. Green flag condition. I love what I'm seeing out of the drivers. A little loose.
Cross trying everything to get into that transfer spot right now.
He's found a hole in there, Dean. Let's see if he can do anything with it now. The 24 trying to make that car a little bit wide.
He is
I think the one
doing
you gotta
excellent.
I think the one you got to look at is that 08 car. Justin Moore, he's got his eyes set on him.
Like,
Spin on the back.
We got a
They are under
caution
yellow.
on the track. Not seeing anybody under caution here. Hard to pick it up. Looks like maybe the 48 involved. You can see the damage there on the right front. So we'll re-rack them here. That's lap 9. Only going to be a few laps left. Killam, Mathis, Cook, and Wachowski out here in the transfer spots. Cross almost got there, but Wachowski really held them off. What an excellent job by the 24 machine.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job holding them off, making that car a little bit wide, and making them make a pass. So we're seeing some good racing here. Didn't see the caution, but we're seeing what we can get. We got what? We'll go green with what? 3 to go.
Yeah, I think it'll be maybe 4 to go if they're lucky.
Yeah.
So shout out your favorite driver out there, and let's pray. You know, Justin Moore's back there in 6th, Jan Janin in 7th, Rogers in 8th, it's Hoffler in 9th, and then Josh Cole. I don't know if that's NE for New England. I'm going to say New England Josh Cole. Could be wrong on that one, but currently back in 10th.
Did they get to pick their lane what they want tonight?
They do. There will be a choose rule here when we get to the features, so that's going to be interesting. And I don't know if it's in effect here or not, but good call here. We'll see if we can get a visual and see if there is a choose here in the last chance qualifier.
I think it's really cool that they're going to invoke the choose rule. It's created some really good strategy calls for our friends in the NASCAR leagues, and I like what this administration has done with this league to incorporate that. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely is. Very, very cool decision by them. Try and get a good view on it here. As difficult it is with, again, without our STK apps, we do apologize, folks. Race 1, you know, with us, and we'd love to put on a great graphical show, but nothing we can do. The whole site is down, so hopefully that'll come back up at some point this evening.
That would be nice. So for those of you that don't know in the backgrounds, the choose rule allows the drivers to choose which lane they're going to start in. So if you pick right, you can advance some positions on the track, and if you pick wrong, you're going to lose positions on the track.
Yeah, and I always pick wrong. I mean, just for reference, Tom, I don't know why it is, but I can't pick the lane that has less cars in it.
You would think it would be an easy thing to do.
Yep.
Sorry, Tom, didn't mean to step on you there, buddy.
Oh, you're fine, buddy.
I'm still recovering from the weekend, so, you know.
So we're seeing the choose rule here come into effect. You see a few guys going high and some going low.
The man is sick that's moved all the way up to second.
Yeah, the number 2 machine, Dan Jananen, made a big move there. Jan Janin. I'll get it right sooner or later.
Jan Janin, yeah, he's... Yep.
So what a bonus by him. I mean, unbelievable move up into there. So it's going to be Killen, Mathis, Cook, Wachowski, and Cross in the transfer spots. Now Justin Moore and Jan Janin back there fighting for it.
Green flag.
So Jan Janin already up on the high side here, and he's in trouble up here. Here comes the 15. That's Matt Cook. Or no, that's the 25 of Devin Rogers down low.
Yep, so he's got his nose under there. Now Jan Janin's got to keep his foot in the high side.
He's got no choice, but he's done. The 25 of Rogers comes on through. Here comes Hoffler. Hoffler on the low side. Jan Janin just stuck up there. He is getting freight train, hung out to dry. He's loose. Contact. The 15 sent down the track. That's Matt Cook there.
Great car control. Great to see that they were able to keep this thing green. It was a little bit of a wiggle, and it got a couple guys in trouble here. Great car control.
So Jan Janin has slipped back to about 8th or 9th spot. He's now on the bottom, but it is too little too late as Rogers in the transfer spot. Others trying to make moves right in front of him. That looked like Rogers threw a block on Hoffler there. These top 4, it's been killing all race long here. 1 to go for these guys at the flag. It's Killen and Moore, Mathis and Rogers, and then Hoffler.
Hoffler's going to have to make a move if he's going to make this field.
Coming out of the corner here on lap 14 to the line.
Not going to make it.
Last lap for these guys. Top 4. Rogers still hanging on. It's Hoffler right behind him. Wow, Rogers, Hoffler with a move to the bottom. Big block thrown. Hoffler down low. Can he get it done? Coming out of the corner, Hoffler's loose. Oh. Wow, that's going to allow the Matt Cook to slip on through. Cook makes it on a last lap effort.
How about that? How about
Good
that?
Racing.
20 comes through, makes a hole, and then spins himself out. That's a shame.
Crazy, crazy stuff. And because we don't have our apps, we're going to back that up live. I mean, we don't really have much of a choice here.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to go
going to advance on you, and you can't do it.
Yeah, they advanced it, so that's
Damn it.
unfortunate there. So we're going to head into warm-up here, and that's going to give us a chance here to get in and take some interviews and do some drawing here. This is going to be super interesting here tonight as we're going to draw for the top 8 spots, and we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out here, Baron. I don't even know if I have the finishers here. We're gonna have to see if we can get our top finishers, and here we go. So we get these guys in order here. Why don't we take a short commercial break? Again, without our apps, folks, this is exceedingly difficult. We'll get it sorted out for you. Welcome back here to Wind Tunnel TV and the North-South Racing League, live from USA International, where they're doing some warm-ups here, and we're trying to get sorted out for our draw here for our starting positions. Going to be highly entertaining here as we bring up our draw board.
Now, bear with us, folks, because this draw board is the first time we've seen.
Yes. Tonight we're a lot unorthodox, and we got G. Fortin in here, the number 3 machine. Pole sitter out there. Gee, how was it out there running and getting that pole tonight? Well, we're really happy for you, man. You look great out there. Tied on the time, but good enough to grab the pole. Well, at least we think it was a pole. We're going to redraw here. Top 8 redrawing. How about you give us a number 1 through 8 on the board? All right, momentarily here, we'll look at number 3, and that's going to place you 5th, G. So you're going to lose 4 spots, but with your racing acumen, I think you can get back up there. How you feeling about that, buddy? All right, G. Well, the best of luck tonight to you, brother. All right, that was G. Fortin out there. He's getting that done, and we're going to bring in Mr. Brian Hacker. Brian, how you doing tonight? Tied for the pole, the conditional pole, if you will, but it was given to G. Fortin. You got another shot at it here now. How you feeling? Hey, we love Canadians in here. Well, all right, let's have at it then, Brian. How about it? Give me a number, not number 3. Number 2 it is. Let's have a little peek at it and see where you're starting. You'll be starting in 3rd position tonight. You'll take it, eh? Fall back 1, but the odds were against you here. So how you feeling about this race tonight? How's the car feeling? Now, what do you think about the grooves out here? Is the high line look to be a non-usable there in that short last chance qualifier? Do you think it'll come in a little later on? All right, Brian. Well, best of luck out there tonight, and I hope you can grab one of these things. All right, that's Brian Hacker. And Baron, we're going to bring in Dustin Shepard here. Six. All right, that was Dustin Shepard. We bring in Ethan Johnson. Currently sits fourth on the board. Ethan, how you feeling out there? I like it. They're a quiet confidence. Maybe not so quiet. What gives you confidence here at USA International? That they are, man. They're a lot of fun indeed. And we're having a lot of fun with this redraw thing. You got 1, 4, 5, 7, or 8 to pick from. What's your lucky number? What do you like tonight? 5. He's going to shoot with 5. Let's have a look at it. Ooh, 7th place here this evening for you. You take it. You're not too worried, right? 1 through 8, it's not a big deal to you? Absolutely, Ethan. Well, best of luck to you, my friend. Hopefully, you can get out there and get one of these things here this evening. All right, let's bring in Ryan Joyner. Tom, I believe you got Ryan Joyner here. May- Ryan, we got a few to pick from. We got 1, 4, 7, and 8. You're trying to better this 5th place starting position. The poll is still out there. What do you got? 1, 4, 7, or 8? Number 7, give it to me, he says. Oh, damn, that's 8th place. Live on. Get him out of here. He's upset, folks. Well, Ryan, it's going to be all right, brother. It's going to be all right. All right. All right. Well, best of luck, Ryan. Let's move on here and let's bring in Tucker. Go ahead, Baron. Number 1 with a bullet. Ooh. Number 6. All right, we bring in Blaze Brinkley. Blaze, how we doing tonight? Just pretty good. That's it, eh? Sitting back here in 7th position, just feeling pretty good. Hey, man, well, you made it into the top 8, and I got to tell you, there's only 2 numbers left, number 4 and number 8, and the pole's still out there. You got a 50-50 shot at the pole. Going with number 4, pole's still sitting out there. Let's have a look. Pole it is! Blaze blazes his way up to the front and takes the pole here this evening. How you feeling about that? You're all right, brother. All right, Blaze, that was something else. Great job. We're going to bring in Gary here next. We do, but we can still ask him about chicken, Baron. Oh, congratulations.
Stock.
You know, I think they're stock. I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure they're stock.
So what kind of adjustability you got in these machines? Anything?
Brakes, steering, some offset, but that's really about it.
Got it. Okay. Well, now we know. Well, good luck tonight, my friend.
All right, thank you.
All right, that was Gary Ashlon, the last of our choices on the redraw. Interesting how this all plays out here tonight, Baron. We've never been a part of something like this, and it's quite interesting. Blaze Brinkley heads to the pole.
And good for Blaze. You know, look, came in here with a quiet confidence, and he got himself a pole position, so we're excited.
Yes, sir. Tom, what do you think about all of this? These guys shuffling it up, you know, fast guys back, like we're pole sitters back to 6th, 7th type thing, 6th, 6th, 7th, up to number 1 or 2. I mean, it's quite something.
Oh, most definitely. It drives me crazy thinking about that. What would you want to do, Dean, on a night tonight? Would you want to start up front? Do you want to start in the back? You know, that's a good call.
Tom, you know me better than that. I start up front. That's all I want. That's all I ever strive to do. You know why that is, Baron?
Because you can't win it unless you win it on Friday.
The Baron get an answer I wasn't expecting. But no, I mean, you know, it's clean up there. You know, you get the clean air. You don't get wrecks. You don't get incidents. I preach it all the time. Qualifying, the utmost importance. And here, a little bit of luck, of course, with the redraw. But being out front, big advantage. You're not going to get in the wrecks, and you got that. You can run your line nice and free, like.
I got a feeling we're going to see some pretty good racing out of these boys tonight, Dean. It's a pretty full field. Look, there's a lot of cars on that track and a lot of talented drivers. I'm interested to see how some of our crossover drivers are going to do. What car number is Brian Cole tonight?
So
I
Brian
think he's
Cole.
car 82 tonight. 82.
He's in the 82 tonight. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on the 82. So Brian Cole, a transfer from another league, used to run in these late models and these super stocks. And Brian's a former champion of another league. So if there's speed in this vehicle, we'll see if old Brian's got it in it or not. So we'll keep an eye on that 82 machine.
Familiar black and blue scheme, but we're going green here. Leaders down and away, and we're off and running.
I love it. I love it. Side-by-side racing all the way around, guys taking care of each other. This is great.
Look at this. 3 wide towards the back, but they get that cleaned up. The 57 looking to make a move. He drops down to the inside in about 8th position. Blaze out in front right now, taking it on. A position battle for 3rd here.
Yeah, and he's really doing a great job keeping that car out front. These guys are are doing pretty well. They're taking care of each other. I think they're going to see some guys taking care of their stuff too. With a 60-lap feature like this, you got to be there at the end.
You see that 3 machine trying to rock the bottom. That's G. Fortin. He was the pole getter, but he didn't win the redraw, so he's already working on things.
Yeah, he's got some space to make up there. He's falling right behind the tracks of that 23 machine. So we've got a lot of guys out here that probably a little impatient in back. Let's see if they can make their way forward.
Good clean start here. Up front, Blaze Brinkley still leading. Dustin Shepard in second. It's Brian Hacker into third position. And once again, for those of you who don't know, SDK, our apps are down. Their site is down. Nothing we can do about it. We're doing the best we can on an old-fashioned night here. Opening night in the North-South Racing League. Your leader, Blaze Brinkley.
Followed closely by Dustin Shepard. Dustin has already made a spot up. Brian Hacker right behind him. Gary Eschen, I think I said that right. G. Fortin's right there. And Ethan Johnson rounds out our top 5. Great starting position by these guys. We had a draw, if you just joined us. And some of these guys drew their starting positions, and now they have to play it on hard mode, get themselves up front. Lots of green flag racing right here, Dean. I love it. They're single file, and they're taking care of each other now.
They are. As we look back a little bit, Chris Stump back here in 8th place. We got Ryan Johnson back. He's up a couple into 10th. Randy Nichols up a couple. And Tucker Haddock, he's fallen from 6th to 12th. So what's happening with Tucker out here? The 55 struggling, and our familiar face, Brian Cole, right there as you see him roll on entry close to the bumper. And
yeah, he's looking to poke. He's got his nose underneath the 55 now, so let's see if he can make something happen with it. No, he takes the better of it, backs out of it. So for those of you watching at home, if you look at the lower left-hand corner of the screen, you'll be able to see the driver we're talking about, split speed, position, lap time. So if you're curious about how your driver's doing, that information is displayed down there as Dean continues his rotation through the field to help you keep track of where these drivers are.
Yeah, there are so many cars out here, you know, looking a little further back throughout the field to look for some big movers. It's not a whole lot of shuffling towards the back at all.
No, they've all got themselves lined up pretty nicely here, Dean. So.
Yeah, really, really impressed with what I'm seeing here. Looks like a move for about 7th place there. That could be Ryan Joyner making a move.
Looks like Brian Cole had his nose back underneath the 55 too for a minute.
So there goes Ryan Joyner. He's going underneath the 51. Going to let him go. That's Ethan Johnson trying the crossover. He might get it. No, door closed.
And that Bilstein machine's a good-looking car. And that 57.
Can they make it under fuel load? Just one fuel load? They have to pit, you know of?
I wouldn't think in the 60-lap run they'd have to pit, but stranger things have happened.
Right.
So all status quo. Blaze Brinkley, he gets the redraw pole, and he's taking advantage here on lap 12, leading Dustin Shepard, Brian Hacker, Gary Eschen, G. Fortin, Ryan Joyner, Ethan Johnson, Chris Stump, Jeff Bergener, and Ryan Johnson, your top 10.
So 13 laps, now 14 laps under green. Great race driving right now by these guys. I love the racecraft I'm seeing out of this league.
Yeah, great racecraft, great patience out here. Green on lap 14 in the late model. I wouldn't say it's unheard of, but it is impressive with this big a field, Tom. I mean, 30 cars, everybody minding their P's and Q's so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you ride in the back and you think you're good, you know, they're going to switch the field around. I might want to ride back there, you know, just to maybe have a decent starting spot.
On contact! Oh. The 3's around, the 57's around, and others are going around right now as we speak.
Big shot.
So a little bit of carnage here on lap 15 as the old broadcast booth jinx hits him. Frankie Klein there making his way through the field here as he's getting a few spots back after being spun. Maybe looking for revenge on someone, I'm not too sure.
That's Brian Cole's car he's after right there.
Looked like he was. Looks like pit stops are imminent. While they do this, they're going to take a little look and see if we can't get those apps working one more time.
Why not? Did you close all the porn down?
Oh,
That could be boogering it
I
up.
see a good sign here. No. It looked good momentarily, and then no. So
Not so
that's
much.
unfortunate. So sorry if we missed any coverage here of those pit stops, but I'm sure some guys moving back towards the back here, once it gets sorted out, we'll kind of see some of those guys who dropped heavily in position, who pitted and who didn't. And this could be strategy as well, Tom, as they invert the field for race number 2. You have to always think about race 2, especially if you're mid-pack or at the back of the pack. Maybe you want to start up front in the next race.
I would definitely do that, man. If I didn't qualify good, I'd make it up during the race and kind of hold off a little bit. Pray you just don't get in no trouble.
And all you people out there on YouTube or whatever, you want to shout out any of your drivers or anything?
I'm looking at some guys. Caitlin Womack's out there. How you doing? Justin Rigsby, Ryan Joyner Racing out there hanging with us in the YouTube land. Greg Nichols, how you doing? Thanks for joining us, watching the inaugural broadcast of Wind Tunnel TV. We appreciate everybody joining us and checking out the North-South Racing League. Some quality drivers in here. We're under caution for the first time tonight, so some guys taking some service, fixing some damage, getting some stuff going right, and we're going back green here shortly, Dean.
Yeah, ready to go black green flag racing. And apparently the guys are saying they didn't hear the driver. I'm not sure what that's about, but that was more than likely something to do with our app problem. I don't know.
On the screen, drivers are keying up, and I think our friends out on YouTube are looking to hear what they've got to say, but we got them muted.
Oh yeah, we never allow that here as we go back green flag racing. Brinkley, Shepard, Hacker, and Echelon go back racing down into 1.
Yeah, we can get some colorful language after a wreck right there, so best not to have that on the broadcast.
No, you don't want to hear that. I mean, you might want to hear it, but we're not going to do that to our drivers. Hard racing here. The 89, that's going to be Dustin Shepard trying to make a move on the 2 of Brian Hacker for second place.
A lot of pressure here coming from behind there. A lot of pressure. Side by side, these guys behind him just looking for an avenue. The 51 draws in right on that bumper of the 89. He's really got that car rotating, Dean. I really like the way that thing's positioned.
Oh my goodness, what a fight here. The 2 holding them off from the outside. Hacker doing a great job, but the 89 looks like he's going to get it done here. It's just a matter of time, and someone's around
got a spin
towards
in the back.
the back. Wow, and we got a car on its lid, and one getting jacked up from behind.
One's jacked up. One's smoking on fire.
That's
a 15 machine.
The 15. He was doing so well earlier, and that's what pit stops will get you sometimes. That's straight into the barrels, Baron. That could be considered suicide in some circles.
That is not a good look. Those engines like to be nice and cool. Plug them up there with a water barrel. That doesn't work out real well for them.
So you see Cook on the right side of your screen smoking his way into pit road. Wow, that did not work out at all.
So Matt Cook doing what he can to salvage his night tonight. Yep.
I guess that's what right in the back will get you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that decent spot for the main. I guess that's what bites you sometimes riding back there like that.
It does. I mean, and you know, G. Fortin back there, Ryan Joyner back there. They relinquish high spots. Eastman's back a bit. These guys, you know, it's very risky to go back like this. Rigsby went back, or he went up from 22 to 13. So Justin's Rigsby's on the move in the 31 machine.
New chance to see some great drivers, Dean. It's a really exciting league, what I can tell so far. These guys are really, really competent, and you'll see some guys coming and going, but this is great stuff.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's really unfortunate about our app situation because we could do you a lot more justice with all of our stuff up, and we can see a lot more information, but this is very difficult on us. We're trying to do it justice, but these guys are really putting on a good show out here.
Yeah, they sure are, and real happy to have them.
A lot of good, clean drivers there, Dean.
Yeah, I mean, even these wrecks seem to be quite minor. I mean, they do pile up when you got this many cars, but the initial contact is nothing egregious. Just some hard racing out there. So these guys are doing a wonderful job. And right now, it's Brinkley out front, Hacker, Shepard, Johnson, Echelon, your top five, Stump, Haddock, Bergener, Martin, Johnson, and Williams in your top 10. I think Williams actually in 11th. We got some big movers. Rigsby's in a big move. J.D. Callahan, he's up 9 spots. Justin Moore is up 12. Matt Cook was up 13, or still is, I guess, but he's in the garage. That can't be good. He did start shotgun on the field. Eastman's kind of struggling. He's gone from 14th to 21st, so he's got a lot of work to do.
That stack up in the back took out a lot of good machines.
It absolutely did. Let's give a chance to get a shout out to RC2 Promotions, an iRacing special event organizer that can help manage your special events. They offer quality consulting, event planning, promotion, and full service event management for very competitive prices.
Pace car's off.
Flag down. And Brinkley under heat here. Hacker and Shepard trying to poke in there. Brinkley hanging on, though. Good job of hanging on to that lead. The battle for second right now is it looks like Echelon starting to make a move.
That 51 really all over the back bumper of the 77. It's he's been on.
Yeah, he's been all
him up and he's put him down.
Absolutely. Ethan Johnson from 4th to 2nd. Hacker and Haddock back in 2nd and 3rd, or Haddock in 5th actually. Here comes the 89 right now. So the 89 of Dustin Shepard making a move on the inside.
Nice clean pass. Shepard really going to have his hands full here.
Caution out on the track. And we got cars spinning. The Zero machine. That's Jeff Clifton there. Let's see if we can't back this up and see if we can get a look at what happened. See, middle of the corner. He's a little yacht out in front of him. Their turn, the 91. Wow, hard lick. Ooh, and the 36 gets a piece of that as well.
I think the 36 thought he was going to be clear before he got down there.
So
heavy front end damage on that Zero.
Ooh, a serious crab walk going on, and he's not happy, screeching into the pits. He's getting service nonetheless.
Yeah, new tires.
New tires might help that crab walk a little bit.
Might.
Might not. So we're on lap 22 of 60 in race 1 here in the Twin 60s from USA International. It's Blaze Brinkley out front, Ethan Johnson, Eschen, Hacker, Shepard, Haddock, Martin, Stump, Bergener, Williams, and Johnson. Once again, I've gone to 11th place, so you're top 11.
Thorough. It's very thorough.
Thank you. We take a look in on the YouTube comments to see what kind of heat we're getting for this off-color broadcast because of our apps problem. And all we can do is apologize, folks.
Yeah,
I assure you we are competent, I think, Baron, but it's tough without the apps.
Well, you know, it's a good time for a shot. Maybe roll one up. See what the night brings us.
Or two of them.
Getting crazy already up here in the booth. Continue to try with the app and nothing doing. So far, we're not counting caution laps out here, Baron. So this is, you know, it's going to be a little bit longer than we had anticipated here. Only 22 laps in. What do you think about what you've seen so far and who might have a leg up? I mean, I noticed you were looking at Dustin Shepard, that 89 machine earlier, and the way he was rolling those corners.
Yeah, I like the way that car turns. So he's lost a spot, but that could be because he's taking care of his stuff. I like the way that car rotates. Now, I could be wrong. And look, it wouldn't be the first time, but that car seems to be rotating nicely. So I'm going to keep an eye on that 89 tonight.
Yeah, I think he's a worthy competitor. Right in front of him, the 2 machine, Brian Hackers look good. All these guys up towards the front have looked good. Again, we look for our big mover, and Rigsby comes to mind. He's up 8 spots. How about Jeff Mathis? Jeff Mathis on the move here. Now the 6 machine has picked up 14 spots on the evening.
Good speed in that machine. Good looking car, too, except for that right front damage there. But I love that chrome.
Yeah, good looking. Almost Earnhardt style machine there.
Yep. Tom, who's your driver tonight?
I think I'm going to go with Ethan. I think Ethan Johnson's got a very good chance tonight. Car 51. He's been rolling the centers pretty good. I've been watching his center turn. It's rolling very well with the center.
So he's a little old school there, Tom. No shine on that machine. And old Matt Black as we go back to green flag racing here. Blazes out front, but here comes Ethan right now.
And Shepard is on that high side again. See if he can find a hole this time. First of all, a hole. Shout out to Bernard Person watching us in here. Bernie, good to have you along for the ride tonight, buddy.
Yes, sir. Need some good vibes out in the chat, Bernie. See the 55 start. That's Tucker Haddock working it there. Dustin Shepard and Firth, and we got another caution on the track.
Now they say cautions breed cautions.
That's going
Is
to
that
be
a sun drop car? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Matt
looking
Dula.
car. A little damaged now.
Matt Dula. He's got a sun drop car. I mean, that's got to be a Kentucky boy. I'm trying to find his bio, but I don't see one on this sheet.
Restarts, as you might see in the messages, have changed to single file now.
So admin getting involved tonight saying they've had enough.
Well, I mean, it's been relatively clean, but it's starting to pile up here. And this is the old adage of, you know, restarts cause cautions. I don't even know what the saying is right now. I'm so baffled, Baron.
That's okay, Dean. I got you.
Cautions.
Cautions breed cautions. Yep. Yep. I got you, buddy.
It looks like Frankie Klein was given an EOL, so Klein will be put at fault for that one. He'll drop from 17th back to the back of the field.
So admin is in control of the race. They're watching all these incidents. They're also managing the restarts and the EOLs. So this isn't just kind of ghost admin. We've got actual people watching it and trying to keep these boys under control. So we'll get some green flag racing going here. They're going to single file this restart now and hope that we get a little cleaner event.
See, Blaze Brinkley still taking advantage of that redraw where he drew the pole. Ethan Johnson in second, Tucker Haddock, Dustin Shepard, Ashan Hacker, Stump, Williams, Martin, and Bergener. Okay, Bergener making an appearance in the top 10 in that beautiful white car. As I'm still praying to the app gods here for a little bit of help as I start to break out into a mild sweat, Baron.
Bernie echoes your sentiments there, Tom. Pretty well. He's got your back on this. 51 might be the car to beat tonight.
He does look good tonight at 51. Been very patient.
How about Austin Williams? He's up from 21st into 8th position. My goodness, big move for him.
That is a big move. Austin Williams. We haven't talked about him. Big field tonight. Austin here in that 85 machine, up 100 spots. Gosh.
100 spots?
150.
My goodness.
Call it 200.
All right, no more drinking for Baron in the booth.
Easy now.
No.
I don't get many perks.
This is true. Pace truck is off. Blaze heads on down to lead him into corner one.
And away we go.
Definitely away we go here. Everybody in line. No carnage so far. This is what single file restarts look like, so we could get some good green flag racing out of this one.
Yeah, we got some guys in the back of the field now with some speed. We'll see if they can make their way forward.
Looks like Austin looking, he's a little up the track. Philip Martin looking underneath them. So he's in danger up here. He could get freight trained.
There'll be a couple spots lost if he can't fight his way down.
He's trying and he can't. He's lost control. He's wrecking and they're piling up.
Yeah, he did that to himself.
Oh, man, yep.
Got a little traffic jam down there.
Yeah, he did that all to himself there.
He's going to do some more carnage to himself here yet as cars try to get turned around and straightened out. Here comes the pace truck. Someone's going to get trapped a lap down.
Looks like a few of them.
The leaders coming through as well. My goodness. Very dangerous situation.
Interesting to see what we got with the admin now. See how they can get that squared away.
So lap 27 of 60 of race 1 of 2. It's Blaze Brinkley out front. Ethan Johnson in second. Tucker Haddock third. Dustin Shepard fourth. Gary Ashan in 5th position. Brian Hacker, Stump, Martin, Austin Williams, Jeff Bergener, your top 10. Check in with Guy Fortin down here and see how he's doing. Right now, the 3 machine sitting in 15th position, and he's slowly but surely coming back towards the front. Well, Tom, 27 laps in here. How you feeling about this so far?
It's going to get rougher and rougher, I think, Dean. I mean, you got to get up there to get it, right?
Honest opinion from Mr. Tom Lester.
Started off real good.
That's right. But when closer it gets to the end, the rougher you got to make it. You know what I'm saying? The more you got to do.
And the back of that car says, "Every girl loves a dick inside."
My goodness.
Well, if you focus on the back of that machine, you don't have to say anything. It's written there.
I'm not sure I really want to, but...
Yeah, you want to. You know you want to. You definitely want to. Yep. There it is.
My goodness.
Right there in black and white. And I'm proud to know the man now.
We got a new favorite here for Baron Labosco.
Well, nobody's out here driving Jack Daniels' car, so I got to go with that one.
Jeff Bergener.
That's off to you, buddy. Proud to know him.
So Blaze Brinkley's still out front. My goodness, how big was that redraw for him? The 77, man. I mean, as long as we don't pile up too many caution laps and he runs out of gas, he should be all right out here. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, look, they keep throwing cautions every 4 laps. He'll be fine.
Well, they're not counting the cautions, so...
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he might have to pit for gas.
Yeah.
All right, ready to get back at her one more time as Blaze leads him down into corner 1.
He's getting pretty good at these restarts, Dean.
Yeah, he definitely get pretty good at it. Johnson and Haddock chasing here. Everybody else in line a little further back. We got to fight. Looks like Jesse Womack might be involved back there. They get it all straightened out.
Looks like they're all sorted out now, one by one, so that's pretty good news. Halfway.
Halfway through. That 51 looked to be pushing out just a little bit there. See him just exit that corner a little bit earlier, Tom. Now, when you talk about doing that, what's that going to do to your tires as you come out of the corner, maybe a little harder and a little sooner than the next guy?
I think it's going to hurt you, Dean. I think you're going to start falling back eventually. Once the tires start getting hot, I think you're going to burn the right front up a little bit too much.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like he's got a little bit of wheel in there. He's struggling. Let's go to a cockpit view of that 51, can we?
He's putting a lot of wheel into it, I think.
Let's take a look, see how his wheel looks here. Yeah, he's got that wheel bent in pretty well there.
Oh, yeah.
Or not, can't see it anymore. Better? Yeah, so he's nice and tight on that white line. You want that. Look at all that wheel he's got in there, and yeah, he's He's keeping pace with the 77, but it looks like the car wants to drift up on the exit, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
77. Let's jump on board with him and just see what Blaze is doing here, because he looks to really stick it on that bottom.
Smooth as glass. I mean, he's really not having to fight that wheel for much, is he?
No, I mean, that's just beautiful there. That's exactly what you want to do, especially from the lead. You want to keep that thing hooked on the bottom, not leave any thought of anybody getting underneath you.
Yeah, he's got himself a nice, pretty wheel there, and car doesn't look like it's fussing with him too much, and he's extending his lead slightly over that 51 machine now, as we're back under caution.
Involved there. I think Womack here was the heaviest of them as he heads down to pit road. Near impossible to get good views on these again without the app, so we do apologize, but SDK is down, their side is down, and it makes it exceedingly difficult for us, but we're doing the best we can here. Lap 35 of 60, race 1 here in the Twin 60s, live from USA International in the North-South Racing League. Very large field here this evening, and it does make it tough out there, guys. I mean, you're trying to, Baron, you're trying to get through these traffic, and you're in 28th position. It's not as simple as getting through 5 or 6. You got to go through quite a few, don't you?
Yeah, and you have to pick and choose your battles also. You know, if you're that far back, patience becomes the virtue. And it's hard to be patient when you've only got a 60-lap event. So some of these guys may be pressing the issue a little bit, trying to work their way to the front. We'll see how it goes for some of these guys. You know, a lot of guys in here rookies, so you know, we'll get it sorted out for sure.
Looks like Brian Cole being given an EOL, so Cole will drop to the back of the field. Blaze Brinkley out here still. I mean, if anything, he looks like he's getting stronger and stronger as this night goes on.
Well, he may be the guy who's not using his stuff up. You know, all he's got to do is manage these restarts, put together a few hot laps, and we're back under caution again. So he might be taking it real easy on his stuff, and that may be working out for the long run as well.
So Brinkley, Johnson, Haddock, Shepard, Ashlon, been your top 5, still your top 5. Hacker up there, Stump, Martin, Berger, and G. Fortin continues his march. Last time we checked, he was around 15th, now up to 10th. So watch out for G. He is on the move. Now, anybody who wants to Google that name and try to pronounce it, I would love it. I did it. I tried it. It's very difficult, and I'm pretty good with some French names, but gee, I'm very sorry. That one's very, very difficult.
GM?
No, not even in the vicinity.
Okay. I gave it my whip.
Yeah. Well, that's why I looked it up. I thought maybe it would be something along those lines, but no, sir.
How'd you come up with it? What'd you come up with?
Like I said, you'll have to Google that on your own, and it's just no pronouncing it for me.
Not even going to get involved. Got it.
Pace truck goes off. We head back to green flag action. Blaze Brinkley out front. Battle almost commencing for second. Tucker Haddock trying to get in there. Ooh, and he almost catches the wall there.
Almost caught that one. Well, that was close. It looks like the 51 has said, I've had enough of this. I need to be at that back bumper.
Definitely does. You got to get up there and you got to harass him. He'll never make a mistake if you give him too much room. It's just a free flowing, and we're back under caution, folks.
Let's see how STK's doing.
Yes, let's check in on SDK. We could use a little help right about now. It's not doing.
Well, I gave it a shot.
That we did. We will continue to try to get that up, and I assure you your listening pleasure will be much improved if they do get up and running. Very difficult this way, but we continue.
Well, I'm in the great city of Washington, D.C., broadcasting to you live. Dean, where you at for the friends that don't know?
Well, I'm up here in Canada, sitting in my igloo, of course.
Tom? Where's home?
Charlotte, North Carolina, buddy.
All right, you're in the Mecca.
No.
Dean's in the Great White North, and I'm in the nation's capital. And these boys are racing at USA Speedway. International Speedway, for the record. It says it right there on the wall.
Someone getting a lucky dog there. We couldn't quite get fixated on him.
It's like Jesse Womack on pit road. Yep.
But it's a Blaze Brinkley show so far, the 77. Big winner in our redraw for the pole, and he has taken advantage of it. Continues to lead here on lap 37. What a great job that he's done so far. And I should have looked here at the little notes here. Jason Gordon was our lucky dog. Or at least got a waiver in.
Well,
Currently showing 5 laps down, but getting one of them back here.
And Matt Dool is next to go on to the lead lap. We'll see if we can get that happening.
Brinkley, Johnson, Haddock, Shepard, and Echelon. I feel like that's almost a song at this point.
Yeah, it could be a song. Couple of rookies up there mixing up with the vets. So, yeah.
Now, speaking of songs, who out there knows a phone number song? Do we remember any of the old phone number songs?
8675309.
There you go. Right on cue.
Yep.
Whose number was that?
Jenny's.
Of course it was.
The slut.
Whoa! Easy! Poor Jenny.
Poor Jenny. She got picked on her whole life.
Is that Jenny or is that Janie who had a gun? Janie had a gun, didn't she?
Janie had the gun, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. And then Billy.
Off.
You didn't want Billy to lose my number.
Absolutely.
Billy.
77, Blaze Brinkley out in front one more time. A little further back, they're starting to get a little rowdy. Chris stumping his way towards the front. How about that 51 though? He is making a move. Ethan Judson, Tom Lester's pick here.
Yep.
He still seems to be coming out of that corner just a hair early.
I think he might be pushing a little bit too hard, Dean. What do you think?
I'm not too sure. It's either that or the 77 is just taking it real easy. Well, we see a little looseness out of the 51. I think you're right now. The push just might be overdriving a little bit, but with only 20 laps here to go, he's got to make something happen.
Yeah. So he's looking to make it. Oh, we got another wreck back there.
Looks like the 6 involved. That's Jeff Mathis. That car not looking so pretty anymore, and maybe a little shorter than it used to be.
That was a very pretty car at one point.
Still pretty from certain angles.
Shiny.
Right in front of him, Austin Williams, who had moments here, and he looks a little crumpled up. So lap 40. Austin Matthews starting to, or he's heading into pit road. Austin Williams, sorry.